Welcome to the Socialize Strategy. I am still in Croatia as I'm recording this. I've had a few days of shooting already, and I'm playing a game tonight called Beat the Light because I wanted to record this podcast before the sun set all the way. I mean, the sun has set, but at least there's still some light coming through the window, and here I am. And before I even get started, I have to say this. I have a good topic for today, but I have a good pre-topic, which is when you don't have time to post videos because you're too busy, as I'm having the week I'm having, and I'm also not finding myself with a lot of time to scroll and really look at social media as much as I usually do. So that all said, I have still been keeping up with my content, and I want to just share a quick tip on how to do that because I'm going to share exactly how I've been doing it this week since I haven't really had time to prepare, record tutorials as I usually do, and make the type of posts that I usually have time for. I'm working very long days in a very hot studio, and it is brutal right now. We are in a massive heat wave. Here is what I have been doing. Number one, documenting as I go. So when I find a little moment, when I'm with people in the studio or whatever, I take a moment and I just press record and I record something on my phone, either myself talking or chatting with someone or doing a little kind of move through the set when I'm doing my work. I mean, we all do different jobs, but the point is you can find something to film in your day. You just have to take that moment and say, all right, I'm going to do it. Now's a good time, and record something. And the other thing I like to do is as I'm documenting, if I have time to throw a few shots together, just string a few shots together to music, I was able to take a bike tour on the day that I arrived. And so I filmed a lot of things that day and I didn't even have a chance to post them. So then I found myself with a few minutes laying in bed before I fell asleep to throw some shots together and put some music on it. So the point of this is, when you don't have time to post, try and think about what you're doing and what within what you're doing might make for some interesting content to just toss up there to keep your mojo going. I do find it's helpful because I've had a couple of viral videos going, and instead of letting them sit there and get stale and stop getting views, if you post more content, you tend to get more views on the content that is viral. So that's a little tip. So just keep posting. I call them filler videos. So it's content in between your videos that maybe isn't in your niche, maybe it's not what you spend a lot of time on, but it helps to keep your other videos alive and breathing. So that's my tips for today on that. The subject today is what to do after you hit post on your videos. And I have a lot of people who have said, they send me videos from other creators who say immediately after you post, close the app. And they ask me if this is true, if they should do it. So taking that and running with it, we're going to talk about some topics on what you can do after you hit post to help your content potentially get more engagement. Okie dokie, let's kick it off. The first thing is funny, and that is release your expectations, because if you think, oh, this is it, it's going to go viral, that's the one that doesn't do well. If you think, oh, this post is going to do terrible, you might find yourself with a few more views than usual, or you might manifest that it doesn't do well. So the first thing is to let go of expectations. Make sure you're happy with what you're posting. That's the main thing. Be happy with the content so that when you watch your own TikToks, you enjoy watching them. One of my favorite things that Julie and I used to talk about when we first got on TikTok is how much we love watching our own TikToks. And it's true to this day. Sometimes I'll go back and I'll go, oh, that was a good one. I wonder why that didn't get as many views. And I scroll back a lot of times when I'm looking for a tutorial for someone. I'll be scrolling back and then I remember, oh, that was such a fun video. I remember that day. I consider it my video diary in a way. So I don't really worry if there's a post or two or three or four that just flop, because I made them for a reason. And usually the reason is I wanted to for some reason or another. And so if that's your motivation, you'll be less disappointed when a post doesn't do well. And then you'll have fun when suddenly a post does better. So that's the first thing. Here are some other things to consider and test for yourself. And I always like to say this, I use my own page as a testing ground. And I really enjoy doing that because I have nothing to lose. It's not, well, what's going to someone going to fire me from social media if I don't do well, if I post a video and it doesn't do well? No one's firing me from social media. It's not an emergency. That's the other thing I like to say. So what you need to do is just try some things out for yourself and see what works for your account. Okay, none of these are guaranteed. So the point is to try and test different things for yourself. The first one is to add engaging comments on your TikToks particularly, because once you post a video, the comment section on some viral videos become like a little subculture of where other creators have viral comments. So somebody might drop a comment on your video. This person might not even have videos on their page, but yet they have viral comments. There's a lot of creators who are very clever and they don't create necessarily videos, but they have viral comments a lot of times. And so these comments can actually get thousands of likes and then replies and comments, and therefore that boosts the engagement on that post. So that's a really helpful thing. So think about maybe being the first commenter on your own video. And I know Julie does this a lot. She'll post a video and then she has more things she wants to say about it that she doesn't necessarily put in the caption. And so she'll tag me and she'll make a comment and she'll say something else to her audience. So it's like she adds a few more thoughts to the video as after she posts it in the comment section. And I like that strategy. And oftentimes it gets me to her post quickly because I'll see, oh, she tagged me in a comment. Let me go see what she said. So that's a really good thing to do. And when you do it, potentially ask a question, because you want to keep the engagement going. So if you ask a question in your first comment, when somebody watches your video and if they see it, that first comment's going to be visible to them. And so when they go to comment themselves, and they'll be more likely to make a comment or reply to your comment. So it can help you. So having a few comments already populated in your comment section is a good strategy. So try that out and see how it works for you. The next one, I don't do it. I should probably do it. I rarely remember to do that because I usually I'm trying to post something and then I have to get on to the next thing I'm doing in my day. And so a lot of times what I do is I end up closing the app and I leave the phone and then I look at it later, but we'll get to that. So the next thing is to go live. And I've recommended this before because I will tell you it is a fact. It is a God-given fact. I don't know if it's God-given, but it's a fact that the people who are live, their videos show up on the For You page. I see it again and again. So it helps you to get on the For You page because when you're live, TikTok for some reason tends to push your content to the For You page. Your other video, sometimes it's the last video you posted, or sometimes it's a recent video that did well. So when you go live, you give yourself an opportunity to have something else happening and another video getting a little bit more traction, getting that video you just posted to get some traction. So I will say a lot of times this helps me on tutorials when I post one and then I think, oh, this is going to do well, but let me go live to make sure it has some engagement and make sure it shows up on the For You page, and it will tend to do well. But I will do it sometimes and it is an epic fail. I'll finish the live, I'll look at the video and go, oh my God, it didn't get any views whatsoever. So there is no guarantee. These are all suggestions for you to test out for yourself and see if it works for you one time, or maybe it's going to work for you a couple of times and then it won't work. So nothing is foolproof. This is just fun facts to try. It's not even a fact. It's fun things to try. No facts are provided because it is not foolproof. Okay, the next thing is engagement. It's not a one-way street. So think about engaging with your comment section on previous videos. So that's number one type of engagement. So go back to some videos maybe that were viral prior, or back to a video that maybe didn't do so well, and maybe you missed a couple of comments. It's really good to make sure you're getting to all your comments if you're able to manage that. So go back and reply to a couple, because what happens is that person gets a notification that you said something to their comment, and then they'll look at the video again to see, oh, what did I say and what am I getting replied to? So really, really, it's a underrated trick to getting people back to your videos, is going back to an old video and answering a bunch of the comments that you maybe missed the first time. Or you can answer some comments again. Who's going to remember that you did it once? So I just think that's a really good way to really get your audience interested, is comment on an old video and get them back. All right. The next thing is to respond to comments on other people's videos. So look at creators that you support and comment on some of their videos, because that might remind them, and then they might think, oh, I haven't seen that person in a while. Let me go back to their page and look at some of their videos. This happens to me a lot because I will fall off someone's For You page and then I'll get a comment, oh, I'm so glad you're back on my page, or oh, I'm so glad you made that video because that one showed up and I haven't seen your videos in a while. So getting people back to your page, it's very common. And all of us have the issue where we fall off the For You page for certain creators. It's not just different size creators that have this problem. It's everybody. We all have the problem. All right. So don't feel that you're frustrated and you're the only one who's not showing up on the For You page. It's kind of waves. It's just the nature of the beast. I see it on my page again and again, where I have a couple videos that do well and a couple videos that tank. And I just keep going because if they tank, hey, onward I go to the next thing, because I really enjoy making videos. Also, trying to respond to the comments really shows that you care for your audience. And a large creator that I know, they have, I think, 2-point-something million followers, maybe 3 million followers now. They respond to so many comments. And I one time said, how the hell do you do it? How do you keep up? Because this creator is a friend of mine. And she said, I just feel that if people take the time to comment, I should take the time to reply. But now I don't think they can do it because the comments are just too many. And I think if they were on social media 24/7, they wouldn't be able to get to all the comments. But I do notice a high engagement rate on their videos. And I think that's really helped them grow as quickly as they did, because they were very, very engaged in the beginning, responding to every single comment on every single video. And even when they had viral videos, I was blown away. I'd scroll and every comment had creator reply. Unreal. So that's an underrated tool to really, really reply to your comments and be engaged. The next one is to take a break. So post the video, close your phone, put it away, don't think about it. Go to dinner, go out, take a walk, go to sleep, maybe post it before you go to sleep. Because I will tell you that it's not guaranteed that it's going to get engagement. Sometimes they say that the app wants you back on it, so it'll start pushing your video out so you get notifications, so you come back. And that's like, I don't even know if that's proven to be true, but it's certainly a theory that I wouldn't put past the social media apps as a way of wanting to get you back. But it's not a guarantee, and it's really just more about your mindset. So you can let your mindset take a break, and then you can go and look and either find great disappointment when you see that you didn't get the views that you thought or you hoped for, or maybe you'll get a nice surprise. So we've had a couple of our experts that were on with us and talked about having their first viral video and what that was like. And most of the times, two of the people in particular that I spoke to personally about something like this, one was Tammy from My Conquering, and the other is my friend Torchy. So Tammy posted a video and went to dinner, and then her notifications started blowing up, and she was like, what's going on? And that's when her products started to sell very quickly and sell out. But Torchy Swinson, if you don't know her, she's an older creator who the granddaughter, I think she's about 85 years old now, and her granddaughter got her on social media and taught her how to make videos. So one day she did a little story video and then put the phone down, went to sleep, woke up in the morning, and had thousands of followers. So sometimes putting the phone away is a good strategy, because maybe the app is going to try and push your video out, and then maybe suddenly you find people who like your content, and you find yourself with a bunch of new followers. That could be a lot of fun. So that's the other tip. And I think I'm not going to say that tip is in any way the best of all of them, because I find that I will post a video, put the phone away. I don't think it does any better or worse than another video that I post, honestly. I don't see it. I think the live tip is the one that is most effective. I do for sure see that when I post a video and then I go live, I tend to see that one will get a little bit more engagement. It doesn't guarantee viral, because that really depends on the content itself. But that is, if I was going to rate all the tips that I just provided, I would rate that one the highest, going live. And I like taking a break. I think that's a good one for your mindset. So whether that works or not, I don't care. I think it's good for your mindset to just say post and not stare at the phone and watch to see if the views are happening, because that's stressful. That does nobody any good. The only thing you could do is stay on the app and look at other people's videos, I suppose. But again, sometimes just give yourself a little break. It's okay. We'll be here when you get back. All right, let's answer some questions for today. Why do people who are not the actual real person duplicate other people's account? I wish TikTok had a way to verify the real person's account. The fake ones always are slightly different in the username with an extra letter or character. Okay, this person, Scott, you've nailed it on the head. These bot accounts or these scam accounts I don't think they're bots. Honestly, I think they're scammers. And what they do is they take your content, they copy your image, they copy your username, they open a new account with a slightly different character. So for example, mine might have the mothership with a dot at the end, with an underscore at the end, or the mothership and the I in ship is actually an L, a lowercase L. So it looks like mothership quickly to your eye. So it's very easy for someone who's new to think, oh, the mothership, oh, she reached out to me in a DM, oh, she wants to talk to me on WhatsApp. No. Look closely at the account before. When someone reaches out to you in a DM or tags you in a comment and says, I'm going to WhatsApp you, or, oh, I'm so glad we can private message now. These people are trying to convince you to send them money, and they are trying to scam you. So please be mindful. So Scott, to answer your question, the people do it because they're trying to make money by using someone else's credibility and then convincing people to pay this fake account. For example, one of my fake accounts was messaging my followers on WhatsApp saying, meet me on WhatsApp. I'm going to offer you a $500, something like a course that's going to guarantee that you go viral and blah, 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 blah. And I was thinking some people might just think this could happen, that they could send me, unbeknownst to me, because it's not me, $500 to get them to be able to go viral. I mean, no, don't send anyone money on the internet, please. Por favor. I ask you, I beg of you, please don't. So that is a very, very dangerous thing. And so I beg you to just please be careful. This last question is actually not a question. The person writes, I just wanted to comment on how helpful your videos are and what a nice thing to receive in the submit question button. So thank you for sharing that. Appreciate you, CMail 450. And I appreciate your comment as much as you appreciate my tutorials. If you just landed here by accident, all of the tutorials and workshops and fun things and newsletter and TikTok course and all of that can be found at hellosocialize.com. Thank you for leaving a review today or hitting the little 5-star button. Thank you for listening and taking me with you wherever you are, because I'm with you in Croatia right now. And it's quite lovely. All right, that's it for tonight, and I'll see you next week. Have a good weekend.